Hi everybody and welcome back to the next video. It's time for episode 138, actually quite a lot, and the ranked ladder with Lithuanians. So in the last video, in the Civ Spotlight, I gave kind of a brief plan. Let me check the map pool. Islands, Highland, and Golden Pit out maybe. Well, Golden Pit could still be kind of Arabia-ish though. Let's see what happens if I get this. And I was talking about the basic game plan that I have with the Civ. So if it's possible to go for my default strategy, which would be scouts into knights, and playing with some additional monks to heal up the knights and then pick up the relics, get the extra attack, that is an amazing game plan versus another cavalry Civ. It is not however, a very good game plan versus an archer Civ. Simply because the more attack doesn't matter too much versus the archers. Once I get close to the archers, generic knights would be fine as well. It's more that adding a monastery instead of, for instance, a one-range skirmisher or a siege workshop for mangonels versus the archers seems a much better option versus the crossbows, especially if the crossbow player decides to add a monastery to convert my knights, or if the crossbow player decides to add pikes in late castle. All these options seem very good against my play, and it would probably not be good to add monks, because healing up the wounded knights is not as helpful as actually making something that is good versus the archer mass. And yes, the attack bonus of the relics won't help versus archers, because the problem is not that they would have too little attack. The problem is more that I can never get towards them. Though the +1, +2, +3, depending on how much relics I can get, has great synergy versus cav civs, because I also can heal up my knights and I can convert enemy knights, so that's like, it helps in 3 ways and is pretty sick in that regard. Yes, and playing versus men-at-arms opening probably even forces me into defensive archers if it is stronger than generic men-at-arms. So Japanese come to mind, Burmese come to mind, and probably also Bulgarians if they go for either a very fast men-at-arms rush or make 4 or something. Vikings could also be something which is bad for me. For example, if Celts decide to open men-at-arms, that's fine for me. I can go scouts against that, no problem. Simply because I think that what was that sound? Does that mean I have found a match already? No, it doesn't seem so. No, I found a match. Nice, and that's the right sound. Let me note down. Dropped pretty considerably, so we're sitting at 1259 elo right now. And let's check out Lithuanians. For instance, Celt men-at-arms I could afford to play scouts against, because if I go 18 pop scouts, I should have 4 scouts out to defend the men-at-arms before a spear can be added, and 4 scouts and probably even a villager involved would surely be enough to clean these men-at-arms. And I'm still faster with scouts. So that's the plan here. Nice. Versus Huns. So I think it's technically okay to play scouts versus Huns. And I probably should. Because my scout rush seems to be faster and better. I think though that men-at-arms would also be a very nice option. Because that counters what the Huns player wants to go for. And as the Huns player doesn't have houses, he will have a hard time to wall this off. And I would force him into archers. And I would place skirms into knights. Okay, let's do it that way. Let's open men-at-arms. Because I think it just keeps the Hun player from doing what he wants to do altogether. So in this matchup, I think that men-at-arms opening is even better than scouts opening. So I go 4 in wood, and I try to do this crazy 20 pop men-at-arms thing that I just tried out versus the AI. Let's see if it is realistic in a real game. It's so nice that you will never have to force drop with Lithuanians. Oh, just saying that I realize I don't have a sheep underneath my TC. Have to improvise a little bit. I think it will just come in time. But that was unnecessarily close, to be honest. Not the best baller of all times, but I guess it's fine. Yeah, I can already try to scout my enemy. I do know what my map looks like. I have to wall this, I have to wall this. Don't know if I can realistically wall the berries in. I think I will more or less spontaneously decide that when I'm being pressured. I of course expect scouts opening by the Huns player, because that's I think the best that he can do. And about anything else, or to see anything else would make me happy, because that would mean he or she is not playing the technically strongest for their civ. Next, villager builds the barracks, and I think then I have the problem that I can't actually afford the mining camp. Well, let's see how that goes. But I made one less house as opposed to my attempt versus the AI, so it could work out still. At least the click up did work. Now I need the mining camp, but I also need the militia, and I'm housed. I need, I think, one more house even. Oh. Oh, come on. Just garrison too late. That's now a catastrophe for my men-at-arms rush. I played this so poorly. Oh, at least it lost a little bit of HP. on his scout. Yeah, I think the walking time is so devastating. He has loom, yes, okay. Got it. Man-at-Arms upgrade is in, and now I will have to make farms. Especially because I don't have sheep. I think I'm going for 4 farms, and then I'm trying to go for a range after I have 4 farms down. I need a second lumber camp, probably even before that. That is so annoying, man. So I think I'm just gonna put them here on defensive stance and try to deal with this scout before. Simply because this is so annoying. And making the Hun player have less food available should technically also be very annoying. Probably I can add a spear as well. And now I need an archery range and need to try to wall up. Without berries, this is going to be severely annoying. I'm floating loads of wood because I have messed up my build pretty heavily. That's not too bad altogether. All these scouts are pretty weak now. And he has made a lot, so I think I'm just gonna stick defensive. Make some spears and archers. Trying to wall this side first. Have I killed the mill, by the way? Not really. Now it seems as if I was more or less naturally going for a crossbowman play. This scout, for instance, is very weak. Come on, kill that one. Ah, come on. Why would the spear be in here? Yeah, it's the problem that I can never really wall my base with so many scouts. It's really annoying. Probably I just make a house here. Now this seems to be walled. And fletching would be nice if I want to move out at some point. I think I have made more than enough spears right now. That was really aggressive, by the way, by my enemy, and it was also a lot of scouts, also considering that he has traded some versus the men-at-arms. And he still keeps making scouts, man. That's a lot of scouts. No, I don't need this at all. I need more farms though, if I have the chance. I'm gonna leave these here to defend. Double bit X is a good upgrade. My build order has been pretty messed up by all these things. I think I don't need wheelbarrow now, and I don't need more farms actually to click up. I think what I need now is, yeah, probably one more on gold. Yeah, let's get double bit X in anyways. I need this. I need it right now. For now I'm not making more archers. Let's see if my enemy has made a scrim switch. I'm just going to wait until I can click up. And now, do I go crossbow or do I go knights? I go crossbow. I should have probably gone knights versus these full scouts. But now it's too late. 7. Well, at least I am walled for now. It's really bad to lose these archers, but at least now I know that he is making tons of scouts. So I think I should also add in a couple of defensive pikemen after I upgrade to crossbow. And it will be a very interesting game, to be honest. I need Bodkin. And with this I need Bodkin. But I think I can't afford it, so I think for now I'm staying inside my base, at least add a little bit of eco. Try to afford Bodkin arrow as fast as possible. Now I'm actually wondering if I'll be getting the food from the next TCs that will go up. Try to bring my army over here to this town center to make it. My enemy's still in feudal, that's good, and I'm not really scared of that light calf too much. Now I couldn't really figure out if I really got the food for this. But I think now I can get Bodkin, which is very necessary. And then with these... I think I can try to move out. 1, 2, 3, 4 could be nice. 1, 2, 3. Do I have enough houses? Yeah, probably I get a couple more. So I'm just fine. And with D16 crossbows, let's see what I can find. I don't want to stick on crossbows forever, so I'm just going to do this in Castle Edge right now. And I think when I have about 30 farmers, I will consider a night switch. He goes for light calf. Oh. Okay, let's now rather make a pike switch. That's probably too late. That gate killed me now. Let's see, have I... Do I have the opportunity to defend this? Seems a little bit all-in-ish by him, though. Ooh, yeah, that gate was a terrible idea to make. Had I not made this gate, I could have kept him outside. No, but now I have no chance, like 0 chances. My whole eco is idle. I have knights all in my base. Cannot really take any resources. Yeah, so GG. Interesting. So I think I didn't. It was obviously very annoying that he had his early scout to snipe my villager. So good job, Raymond, for doing this. And then it was very interesting to see him go so aggressive, 3 stable. That really forced me into the defensive. Like, this gate was terrible because it was so easy to break and so exposed. I think I should get rid of the habit to do gates. My enemy did not go for skirmishes. My enemy went for even more scouts. And I think I went mainly crossbow because I thought, okay, he could go for calf archer as a follow-up. But my enemy opted for full scouts into knights. So it would have been better for myself to also go 2 stable knights, maybe even go 3 stable knights, because that would counter the light calf. I think I had a considerably stronger eco in early Castle Age, not even that. Well, but look at this now, after all the mess, I'm still only 3 volts behind. yeah, it must be that adding the TCs actually did a lot, but then he got in, and I needed to keep him out until I have the attack switch done. Yes, that gate was the weak part in my base. I could not wall him out in time. Don't know, quick market would have been an opportunity to build before the gate, but then also not really. Anyways, interesting, and I'll see you for the next episode.